Welcome to watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Molly Sarumbai, bringing you the Salesian news across the globe. After a 2-year stop due to the pandemic, Modica returned to the city streets to celebrate St. John Bosco, a father, teacher and friend of the young. The city Salesian family, as per tradition, gathered around its holy founder together with children, youth, adults and the elderly. In the afternoon, the procession with the statue of the saint carried on the shoulders of the oratory animators departed from the upper part of the city. Awaiting the arrival of the procession in Falcon Borsellino Square were also children and youth from the Salesian school in Modica, run by the Daughters of Mary Help of Christians. The route ended at the Mother Church at St. Peter, where the Eucharistic celebration was held, presided over by Bishop Antonio Stagliano, President of the Pontifical Academy of Theology and Apostolic Administrator of Noto. During his homily, Bishop Stagliano invited those present to become models for young people, following the example of Don Bosco and the servant of God, Nino Baglieri, 1951 to 2007, a member of the Don Bosco Volunteers and a native of Modica itself. The prelate also engaged in dialogue with the children and young people present, marveling at their numbers, often far from ecclesial circles. At the end of the Mass, Father Paulo Terrera, a Salesian in charge of the work in Modica, thanked all those present and those who had gone out of their way to make the day a success. A wreath was then laid at the bust of Don Bosco, present in Piazza Municipio. Sharing life with the poor day by day, in villages where there is often no water or electricity, far from being the big cities, this is the precise choice within which the education of children and young people carried out by the approximately 100 Salesians who live in a dozen communities in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And we expect to be strengthened in our mission, in our vocation by the visit of Pope Francis. Reinforced by a Pope who has his feet on the ground and his heart in heaven, strengthened by the testimony of a man who brings good, who has a sensitivity for the poor that is evangelical. It is the gospel. Affirms peremptorily Father Daniel Antunes, the 63 years old president of Missioni Don Bosco. Finally in presence, the mission sector consultation body with the missions counselor, Father Alfred Maravilla, his team and the regional coordinators for missionary animation met from January 27 to 30th. The meeting was a fraternal moment of formation, sharing and looking forward to the future. Father Vaclav Clement, Counselor for Missions from 2008 to 2014, recently appointed Superior of the Southern African Vice Province, presented the history of the consultation body, its birth, its development and the results that have emerged from these meetings over the years. Father Maravilla, for his part, pointed out some important elements to understand the role and identity of the RCMAs for Salesian missionary animation. The emphasis is not so much on doing, on the quantity of activities to be carried out, but on rethinking being missionaries today, on revitalizing the missionary spirit of every Salesian. The Postulator General for the Causes of Saints of the Salesian family, Father Pierluigi Cameroni, sent to the Bishop of Tivoli Palestrina, Monsignor Moro Parmigiani, and to the Superior General of the Salesian Oblates of the Sacred Heart, Mother Grazilia Benghini, the news that the Dicastery for the Causes of Saints in its Ordinary Congress of 11 January 2023 gave legal validity to the diocesan inquiry for the cause of beatification and canonization of the servant of God Giuseppe Gognata, Argentino 14 October 1885 to Pelero 22 July 1972 of the Pious Society of St. Francis de Sales, titular Bishop of Farsalo, former Bishop of Bova, founder of the Institute of the Salesian Oblates of the Sacred Heart, closed in San Vittorino Romano on 1 October 2022. This following the verification carried out on the formal specs of the procedural documents and the consistency of the probative apparatus, number and quality of witnesses, documents collected. The Don Bosco Youth Center Lawan conducted a youth vigil last January 28 entitled Trail a Path, Choices, Chances and Change. The program aimed to provide an interactive platform for young individuals to reflect on the decisions they make, the opportunities they encounter, and the changes that shape their lives. The program began with registration at 5 p.m. and as participants started to arrive, the energy was evident. Young men and women from different schools, youth groups and sodalities came together to make for a diverse and dynamic crowd. The opening prayer was animated by the lilies of the altar, which set the tone for the rest of the evening. Father Vince Michael Sabal, SDB, delivered an inspiring welcome message, encouraging the participants to make the most of the program. The host also took the opportunity to ask the participants about their expectations for the program, which generated a great deal of excitement among the attendees. So viewers, that is all we have for you today. Until we meet again, thank you for watching.